Hey Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your bonus reading. This is an intuitive, timeless reading today. So whenever you see it, that's when it was intended to find you. That being said, of course, be real with yourself. Not all readings are for everybody, right? And only take it if it resonates. If you'd like for me to pray for you and send you my good juju, say hi in the comment section. Something, even like an emoji. Well, there you go. Just something that I can focus on that represents your energy. And then I encourage you guys to do it for each other too. It's been really cool to see everybody chiming in on each other's comments and this is what this channel is all about, is supporting you guys. And some of you guys don't have anybody. I know I've been in that position, whereas my YouTube channels were my biggest support in my life. So this is kind of how I want to pay it forward. So there's a lot of negativity out there, and the best way to rebel against it, you guys, is just love everybody up. I think it's the coolest way to rebel against all the crap out there. So that being said, let's get into your oracle and then we'll move on to tarot. Bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Can't talk. Abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. That's awesome. Grounding. Are you familiar with that? Who's familiar with grounding? It's funny how we have new terms for things that we've been doing since the beginning of time, which is basically taking your socks and shoes off and standing on the ground. But there's a really cool theory around it, which I won't waste time with right now, but check it out. This message is the message of the dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. So there's a sense of recuperation and a kind of a kindness in your reading so far, which is kind of like, take care of yourself, allow yourself to go to a peaceful place. Let's see what the cards have to say. This will be really interesting. So what do my Virgos need to know at this time? Seeing this video, what do my Virgos need to know? What's around the corner for my Virgos? Please make it clear, Spirit. And at this point, if you haven't done it yet, please consider hitting the like button. That really helps other Virgos find this message. What do my Virgos need to know? Flipping but not flying. We've got the Five of Pentacles. That's a footnote. You only take the cards that choose you, so they have to fly out for you. I see the Sun card. And flipping, you've got a lot of flippers too. Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, taking note. All right. So we have the Hanged Man, long time in coming. We've got the Sun, beautiful happiness, you guys. Oh my gosh, at the center of your reading, you are very highly tuned, in alignment with your intuition. And we're leaving something behind that is going to lead you to the sun. I feel like an octopus. What's this one? Two of Wands. So this has got a very solid forward movement, okay? And if I'm going to broadly read the energy to you first, and then we'll unpack each one, we start with the Two of Wands, which is kind of a sense of newness, clarity, enthusiasm. What's next? Because your future is opening up to you in a new way. The globe that he's holding represents all of his past experiences, all the skills one has built because of these experiences. And then he's looking out at this vista, this view over the water. And that represents, what does the world have to give you back? So there's kind of this collaboration with you and the world of like, what now? What do I want to create? Yet he's holding on to the wand, and everything is really heavily steeped in symbolism and tarot. And the reason why he's holding on to the wand is this is a time to make plans, but not necessarily move on them just yet. You've got some really exciting things you are destined for. I think you know it. If you're this far in the reading, then you do. But they've been a long time in coming. There's been some setbacks. It feels like setbacks. Let me tell you what, when you get the Hanged Man, which is Piscean energy, it's here to remind you that they have not been by accident. There's been maybe a sacrifice in gaining a perspective that was really, really needed for this journey. And hindsight's 20/20. Sometimes we don't see that in the moment, which is why we do tarot readings. And this is your confirmation that even though it's been unclear at times why these complications or why these delays were there, This is your confirmation that they were there for a reason, and it's to give you another perspective or a viewpoint on something very required for your journey. We have our intuition card, which is confirming that you are now in alignment with your highest self, and you've got something that you're leaving behind. At one point, you cared very much about this thing. You cultivated it, represented by those cups there. But notice his back is turned. So even though at one point you really cared about this thing, you put a lot of time and effort, there was a turning moment, a turning point where you realized this isn't growing any longer, and it's not benefiting me the way I was hoping. So you'd rather take your chances, make plans for the future. And as you're doing that, things are starting to brighten up, lighten up, look better and better. But it's the act of faith, the leap of faith, that kicks everything into gear. And I often say, and not everybody has to agree with me, that prayer is action, right? Prayer can take place in words, but it can take place in actions. It's the actions of turning around, right? Taking that leap of faith towards greener pastures, that actually kicks the universe, kicks the energies around you into collaboration. And now we have the sun. Now we have total happiness. And this little kid and the horse, they're naked in this picture to symbolize that they don't need anything between them and the sun, the warmth of the sun shining on them. So this means for you, you don't have to make any compromises that are really uncomfortable to be really happy. And that's how the universe is collaborating with you. Now let's unpack it. I can tell that we're going to have an extended. So if you do end up wanting to hear more about advice and more about this reading as it unfolds, the link for that will be in the description box below. It's about the price of a cup of coffee, sliding scale. I try to make it affordable for everybody. 2 of Wands. What does that mean for my Virgos? Please make it clear. So this is a decision at hand. This is 2. Gemini energy is represented by the number 2. We have the 2. So these are definitely forks in the roads. This is a decision. It could be romantic for some of you, but in this case, it's really talking about the decision to move forward. Tell me more, please, about the 2 of Wands for my Virgos. Death card. Death card is a natural ending, and it's not as morbid or scary as it sounds. I liken it to the seasons, right? Like I just use this metaphor for Geminis. It's like those trees have to drop. They have to wilt and drop on the ground in order to make new buds and new leaves, fresh leaves. So this is really events, people, and circumstances moving out of your life in order to make room for really good stuff. Let's see what else flew out for you. We have healing. So this is recovery. So if there was unpredictability, choppiness, conflict, sadness in your past, this is making a full recovery. Not only that, but the action of moving forward, making new plans is further, it's like healing that wound. It's the last and final stage of healing that wound. And then we have, wow, hard work to get out of something that, could have felt like deception. And the 7 of Swords is a very interesting card here because I feel that it could be kind of the wool being pulled over one's eyes. There might have been some details that you hadn't realized until now. In order to have this really happy future and a secure one, specifically financially secure, you're going to be really hard. You're going to be really hard at work and enthusiastically so. Once you uncover what this is, that I think was kind of standing in the way of you having this beautiful future. The 10 of Pentacles, all the 10s are endings. And it doesn't necessarily mean this is right before you die. No, nothing like that. This could just be like you're ending a phase in a really prosperous way. Like what you're working towards is now really paying off. And it's once something is uncovered. So this has a lot to do, I feel like, with this perception that needed to change. This Hanged Man was lending a viewpoint that was required, something you might have been wasting energy on, something that was keeping you back. Let's talk further on that with the tarot. What is this Hanged Man energy? For my Virgos. Patience is often key with a Hanged Man. Frustration can come on the heels of the Hanged Man, but in this case, it's victory. So this is definitely just tarot saying, hey, listen, everything's clicking into gear. Everything's clicking now. Everything is going to make sense. And look at those setbacks, look at those frustrations like gifts, because there's something that they were uncovering, something that was giving you some insight in order to reach your success. This is beautiful. We have intuition, one card for my intuitive card of the High Priestess for my Virgos. Yeah. This could be children, this could be family, this could also be touching down on nostalgia, relationships that you've had for a long time. What does Tarot want us to know about that? You're in alignment with it. This is justice. So this could be even your kids if you're in a custody battle. This could be things are coming into fairness. Whenever you get the justice card, it's karmic balancing. So it's a really great sign that things are going to work out for you. They're going to feel fair to you. And I think by using your intuition, and I feel like patience has been really big here. So all of that is working out right in the center of your reading. Now I'm going to get a new deck because we've used so many of these cards, and I'm going to ask about this thing that you're leaving behind. What is this thing that my Virgos are leaving behind? It's like you can fully kind of let it go, leave it. The feeling here is almost of concern, like, okay, now I've done my due diligence. Now I've done all the things. I've taken it as far as I can. And now I can leave. Now I can be released from this thing that I was building, that I was working on. And now I can make these bright plans for the future. So in a way, the energy circles back to our very first cards. Tell me more about this. Yeah, we had somebody, an energy of somebody who was maybe emotional that was you had to work with. Now this could have been your energy, but I have a feeling for most of you guys, it was not. This is maybe somebody who is being passive aggressive or just being lame, and not all of their actions or their words were even evident to you. Some of it was hidden to you. Maybe you didn't even realize that they were harboring some toxic emotions. And that's what was getting in your way. It was like they were wasting your time on purpose. Yeah, you're coming out of conflict. Notice how all these are upside down, my friends. You're coming out of conflict. When you get this upside up, right, it's just how it looks. It's like this battle, this energy, who's right and wrong, you're coming out of it and you're leaving it behind. And now we're at the sun. It's like the future looks bright. Obstacles have been removed from your path. And we have the Hermit card, which is your card. Virgo, you rule over the Hermit. You're going into alignment with yourself. Now, next I'm going to ask for advice. And I'm going to be asking the runes as well as Oracle for kind of a bigger, broader picture of where you're going. So we're going to be focused a little bit more on the future. If you want to follow me to that reading, you're so welcome. It's the link in the description box below. And if this is where I leave you, thank you so much for joining me. I adore all of you. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Bye.